Good evening, welcome to tonight's live match on Spurs Play. Spurs under-21s preparing to play against Blackburn. Not too much to separate the two teams in the table. Only 4 points. Blackburn just above Spurs. Played 16 over the course of the campaign, won 5, drawn 2 and lost 9. Big opportunity here for these Tottenham Hotspur players to end the season on a high. It's been a difficult few weeks, it has to be said. Results haven't been going the right way for Wayne Bennett's troops. Lost their last 4 in Premier League 2, looking to put that right here tonight. The mood is high after Spurs' success in the Europa League last night. And Spurs looking to continue in a similar vein here. Away we go then. Well, these players are playing for their chance to be here next season and playing for their chance to impress those in the stands. You just never know who's here. Maybe could mean you are out on loan next season. And maybe like Mikey Moore, who you just saw there, you're impressed enough to be part of the first team, as he has been for most of the season. Bit of a surprise to see him here this evening. Looking forward to it though. Right, let's have a look at the teams. We'll start with Spurs. Headline news, of course, is that Mikey Moore starts for just the 3rd time this season for the under-21s. Hasn't started for this group since August. In defence, 18-year-old James Rosewell makes his first start in Premier League 2. That allows Dante Casanova to move up into midfield in what is now a new look central 3 with Casanova alongside new signing Russell Denny and Leo Black, who moves into the 10 position. And for Blackburn here this evening, goalkeeper Nick Mikulski is part of the England under-18 setup. Isaac Dunn is the son of Blackburn legend David Dunn, played in that Premier League team with Andy Cole and Damien Dove super team. Harley O'Grady-Macken made his first team debut for Blackburn in the FA Cup earlier on this season against Middlesbrough. A name and a player we have been told to look out for, wearing 8 this evening. Well, the DJ's in Friday night mood anyway. Under the lights here at the Lamex. Blackburn will get us underway on the whistle of tonight's referee, Oliver Mackey. Well, the referee waiting for bang on 7 o'clock. Maybe could have played the music for a bit longer. Well, there are only 3 games remaining for Spurs between now and the end of the campaign at Premier League 2 level. This game, Sunderland upcoming, and Everton will be the final match on the 13th of April. Tonight we get going with Spurs against Blackburn under-21s. And it really is all eyes on Mikey Moore on the left-hand side. Almost completely bypassed the under-21s stepping up this season from the 18s. And it's been a super campaign for him, lots of good minutes with the first team. And still only 17, of course. Max McKnight on the left-hand side of the Spurs back four here this evening will look to throw one up towards Jaden Williams, who is leading the line and wearing the number 9 shirt. Blackburn's goalkeeper clearing away. Mikey Moore sliding in, unable to get there. Quickly back up onto his feet to get after the ball here. And a first chance to have a go at the Blackburn fullback. Cuts in field, Leo Black is there, and he has overhit that one towards the far post where Reece Russell-Denny was waiting. And out that goes for a goal kick. Well, instantly, Mikey Moore making his mark. Clever pass, angled into the feet of Leo Black, who could only put it wide. And Mikey Moore has been called up to the England under-19s. Looks as though it will be a busy international week or so coming up for him, with games against Wales, Portugal and Turkey. And it's a really impressive young group, that England team as well. I don't know if you've seen it. Tyreek George, of course, who is getting plenty of minutes at Chelsea. Lewis Miley, who's also been heavily involved over the last couple of seasons with Newcastle. Really are a brilliant set of players coming through that younger England group. And you can include Nwaneri at Arsenal in that group, and also Miles Lewis-Skelly. Big night tonight for James Rosewell, who had 8 months out last season. After that layoff, though, has spoken about being really mentally sharp, wearing 4 at the back for Spurs this evening, trying to make some progress along the left-hand side. No chance to do that there. Blackburn can carry the ball away. Chance for Mikey Moore to have a run at the Blackburn defence again, but this time runs into Litherland. And Jaden Williams right on the toes of the goalkeeper. Unable to do too much with it, but let him know his intentions for this evening's game. I think Blackburn were rather surprised last time out in their game in the Premier League Cup. Had a really good run to the round of 16 in that competition, and then they lost 7-0 to Charlton. A couple of good wins in the league though before that. Beat Norwich by 2-0, beat Nottingham Forest by 3-2. Still have a chance of making the playoffs as well. Nice interception from Rosewell for Spurs. And here is Reece Russell-Denny, the new signing from Chelsea. His 5th start now for Spurs. Lost the ball with the pass. Blackburn into Spurs penalty area, looking for the cutback, and the cutback taken away by Ashcroft, who can only turn away for a Blackburn corner. Spurs putting themselves under a bit of pressure at the back. And the first corner of the game for the Spurs defence to deal with here. And it's fair to say that Blackburn have some height. George Pratt wearing their number 4, looking like the obvious target. Fair few inches taller than anyone else inside that penalty area. And the ball is in fact sent in towards the front post. Jaden Williams dealing with that, and Spurs dealing with the danger and watching the effort sail wide of the post of Aaron Maguire, who has now started the last 6 games in goal for Spurs. Luca Gunter moving away on loan and into the National League with Willstone, giving him the chance to make this number 1 spot for the under-21s his own. Spurs can work away out towards Robson, and it's controlled here by Damola Rajayi. Shifting play across to the left-hand side. Mikey Moore is there waiting. Mikey Moore around the outside, nobody there waiting for the cross in the middle. Big chance arrived though at the feet of Dante Casanova, and that reaction tells you how good of a chance it was. Hands to the face as he whips that one over the top of the bar. Super, again from Mikey Moore. Really classy stuff from the Spurs winger. Not the best of clearances away. Casanova just unable to keep the effort down though, and it goes over the top of the bar. Well, good opportunity for Mikey Moore to get some match sharpness tonight, and he is looking sharp. So are Spurs as they make their way forward again. Reece Russell-Denny is leading the charge. Rosewell slips the ball wide towards Mikey Moore, darts between two. Certainly looks a lot more physical after spending some time with the first team. Was always very confident when taking players on, but you can tell when players have played that men's standard of football. Ashcroft heading left, perhaps no surprise. Mikey Moore is there waiting, looking to see if he can slot one into a teammate. Again, it's Leo Black, who started the night in that inside left position. Looking to receive the ball off of Mikey Moore. Really interesting season for Leo Black, who's tonight wearing 10, but over the course of the campaign has played at left wing, defensive midfield, right back, right wing, and also worn the number 8, so nearly completed the set. Don't necessarily see him at centre-back. Not being rude, Leo, but I think it's the height situation that might let you down in that department. Still room for you at centre-forward, perhaps. He's had a really big season, though, Leo Black. Recognised and regularly starting too for the England under-19s. Made his move beginning of the season up from the under-18s and slotted in very nicely into this group. And here is Mikey Moore, who sends the ball in Leo Black's direction, and he will then send it back, and it doesn't quite connect with Mikey Moore. And Blackburn managed to get the ball away. Weaving their way through midfield, Dunn's pass. Edmondson, the number 10, works it back. First proper chance on goal, really, for Blackburn, and it's Strick who is there. Took a deflection off of a Spurs player as it trickled away and out for a corner. Clever pass by Isaac Dunn, wearing 6 this evening. His dad was a super player, played in the Premier League for Blackburn. David Dunn. Played alongside some brilliant players as well in that group. Dwight York, Andy Cole, amongst others. Well, there's the ball in from Blackburn in towards the front post, and Pratt, the centre-back who was forward, had made a super burst to get there, but Spurs get the ball away. And now it's Spurs' opportunity to break, and it's Ajayi who's found quickly. Surging into Blackburn's penalty area, Damola Ajayi brings out the save from Mickelson, the goalkeeper. Spurs moving very quickly from front to back, and Damola Ajayi with a big chance to score. Ran into the gloves of the England under-18 international. Blackburn's cross heading wide, and Spurs will get the goal kick. Ashcroft's ball into the feet of Damola Ajayi, who is pursued by the Blackburn defender unfairly, according to the referee. Spurs free kick. Max Robson with a pass that fails to connect with a teammate, goes all the way through to Blackburn's keeper. McKnight's header does really well to get there. Mikey Moore driving into Blackburn's area. Weaves his way through, still going. Here, Moore looking for the penalty. Leo Black there to provide some support, digs the ball into the area, and it's too long. And Robson won't get to that one either. Spurs have got the throw in though here. Russell Denny, the latest Spurs player, to try to weave some magic. Well, that will lead to a corner. Was this, going back to this Mikey Moore move, enough to constitute a penalty? Waved away by the referee in the end. Here's Ajayi playing short, looking for Moore. Well, Spurs were thinking quickly there, had two players arriving. Neither Robson or Moore able to test Blackburn's keeper, though. Blackburn moving it nicely. Big chance for them here. Flag raised. Wouldn't have counted anywhere. Harrison Wood have pulled away into a nice position. Maybe the pass came a bit too late. Maybe he made the run slightly too early. Not seen too much from Blackburn in the final third during the game, but this was a lovely move and a fine pass as well. Flag was raised. Spurs under-18 group will be back in action tomorrow. We won't be covering that on Spurs Play because it's an away game, but will be interesting to see the result and catch the highlights after their 6-4 win in the North London derby last weekend. Incredible game. Still have a chance, although I think it's a slim chance, but they could win the league. But certainly there are some really exciting players coming through that group, none more so than Luca Williams-Barnett, who helped himself to another 2 goals in that matchup last weekend against Arsenal. Goals for Ellis Lehane, Tina Thompson, Malachi Hardy and Janai Byfield as well. Blackburn moving the ball nicely again. Stitch cuts it back. And here is Woods, who winds up, runs into the heels of one of the Spurs defenders. And it trickles all the way through in the end to Maguire. It's Ashcroft who got the touch. Robson on the right. Bundles his way into touch. Quick ball to Russell Denny. Can he keep this one in play? No, it's the answer. His 5th start for Spurs this evening. Looks a really good acquisition from Chelsea, Reece Russell Denny. Kind of player that Spurs can look to build a team around next season. Comfortable in any of the midfield positions, but he's got so many attributes that make him such a big player for Spurs in midfield and make him a player with lots of potential as well. Drives with the ball, able to break up play, reads the game really well too. Jaden Williams went charging in to win it, unable to get there. Blackburn had the opportunity to break away, but it was one they couldn't take. Well, Leo Black manages to keep hold of the ball. Good strength from him. Finds Mikey Moore, who in turns, well, he finds the gloves in the end of the goalkeeper, Mikulski. Super here from Leo Black, on the same wavelength as Moore. Looking for that top corner, but unable to find it. Leo Black now to Mikey Moore again. Moore has a look. And Robson is there, arriving. And looking for the give and go, but Russell Denny is forced back. Rather hopeful ball up towards Williams, but it's landed well here for Spurs, and Ajayi's onto it, trying to work some magic on the edge of the area, finds the corner of the box, and then has another go. Off he goes, cross into the area easily dealt with, and cleared away by Blackburn for a Spurs corner. Well, there are plenty of Spurs players in there waiting, one of whom was Rosewell, trying to improvise as the ball landed at his feet, but he was unable to do that. Well, that would have been a nice moment for him. His first start in Premier League 2. Not this time, though. Well, it was good pressure from Spurs, and it very nearly led to the chance. Not too dissimilar from last night, the first goal for Spurs, and that pressure from Son Heung-min that led to the opening goal for Odobert. And then things a bit shaky at the back, but Maguire is able to get there and make the clearance. Max Robson spending plenty of time quite far forward on that right-hand side. Run into touch by the Blackburn defence. Mikey Moore has moved across from the left to the right, and Damola Ajayi is waiting on that side to pick up the ball. Can't return it in the direction of Mikey Moore. And Spurs fail to build a meaningful attack over on that side. That's a nice burst away. Heideland has got himself into a nice position here. Slightly unexpected from the Blackburn centre-back. And he's on the ball again here, but he can't find a teammate with a pass like that. And it's back with Spurs and cleared away by Maguire. More touch, slightly heavy. Wonder how many minutes he'll get here tonight, Mikey Moore. Rosewell's challenge was definitely late, and Blackburn get the free kick as a result. Well, Isaac Dunn's dad was a goal-scoring midfielder for sure, and there was a gap to the left-hand side of Maguire that looked very inviting, but he slipped the pass. Blackburn get the corner. Pratt and Russell Denny get a bit of a talking to from the referee. Blackburn doing their best to put the pressure on Aaron Maguire, and some of those Spurs players who are in there looking to provide some protection for the goalkeeper. Into the front post it goes, and Leo Black had seen enough of that and thumps away. Well, as we head into Saturday's games I should say, the plethora of Spurs players who are out on loan get another opportunity to develop their games. I'm really interested to see how Yamin Hyuk gets on tomorrow. QPR facing Leeds in the Championship, and Spurs' latest South Korean edition going very well by all accounts in the Championship. Leyton Orient looking to continue their charge to the playoffs, although that charge has been a bit slower over recent matches. They've lost their last 5. Jamie Donnelly and Josh Keeley out at Leyton Orient, of course. Big game for them against Blackpool tomorrow. It looks as though it's going to be a busy end to the season for another of Spurs loanees, Luca Gunter, who is out with Wealdstone in the National League, right in the middle of a big relegation battle down at the bottom of the table. Not a bad education for any goalkeeper. Here is McKnight. Now Moore. Mikey Moore driving and scoring. Well, that's what we came to see tonight. His star has been on the rise this season. Mikey Moore, perhaps a surprise inclusion this evening, driving in fields, smashing towards the corner. And Spurs on top, thanks to their goal from their star man. Well, what's the Blackburn response like from here? It's interesting because it has felt over the course of the season that Spurs have just needed that one player. And Mikey Moore's inclusion has certainly raised the levels of the others here tonight. No doubting that. Good interception by Casanova once and twice. And that's the benefit that Casanova has seen from playing at the back and also in midfield. Wonderful positional play, won it back. Mikey Moore penalised as he tried to break away. Well, Blackburn's response has been to move the ball around a bit quicker, and they are looking to level up pretty quickly here, and again the flag is raised. And O'Grady Macken, the Blackburn number 8, wasn't so sure about that decision. Spun round to face the assistant on this near side. Held his run once and twice, stepped away from the challenge. In any case, the effort had gone wide. Jaden Williams, the latest Spurs player to try to bear down on Blackburn's penalty area, couldn't get to the ball. And it's cleared away by Mikowski. McKnight was looking for the free kick, no whistle there from the referee in Spurs' favour anyway. 15 minutes to go until the break. Spurs on top, thanks to the goal from Mikey Moore. Vital touch from Rosewell, gets it back to the goalkeeper. Spurs got pretty lucky there. Leo Black is the one to pick up. He can have a drive at the Blackburn defenders. And Moore straight onto it here, cuts it back, looking for Williams. Only to see that one intercepted, but on this left-hand side is where Spurs have had their best moves so far in the game, and it's been Black and Moore who've been combining really well out here with a helping hand for Max McKnight too. Mikey Moore onto it. Williams the target. Swivels. Reece Russell-Denny straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Robson. Jai was in a really good position. Slightly annoyed the ball didn't arrive, but it's good defending by Blackburn to get back. Here is Ajayi. Williams was well looked after. Spurs do have a corner. Leo Black pulls away from everybody else, lifts one in. And Rosewell was making his move, but Blackburn hook away. Sent to safety by Wood. And it's a long, hopeful ball over the top. Plenty chasing. Jai the closest by. Pratt is able to get there, and he makes the clearance away. Well, the referee was trying to let the game go, but the incident off of the ball is what the game is pulled back for. Spurs doing their best here to pen Blackburn in as much as possible. Not been too much for Maguire to do so far in the game. 10 minutes to go until half-time. And it's this man who's been a difference maker, Mikey Moore. What it does mean is that the players that he doesn't normally play around, this under-21 group, just his third start for the 21s over the course of the season, these players get to understand the standard that is needed to get close to the first team. And obviously Mikey's not a regular. Been a very good campaign. And for this man here, Damola Ajayi trying to weave his way through. Unable to get the shot away. Now Edmondson here for Blackburn, waiting. Support doesn't arrive, decides might have to do things on his own. Brilliant recovery by Russell-Denny. And he takes the safe route back towards Aaron Maguire. Leo Black shrugs off challenge one. McKnight's continued his run here. Williams pulling away at the back of the area, unable to reach the cross. Not had too much in the way of service so far in the game, Jalen Williams, so that he can make a major impact. Well, Blackburn's number 9, after that challenge with Dante Casanova, remaining down here. And the game will be brought to a stop for a moment. Blackburn were looking for a free kick, I'm not sure it was. What was this challenge here? Whilst we wait, we can look back on Mikey Moore's finish. Cutting field, knew exactly what he was winding up here. Perhaps a feeling the goalkeeper could have got there. But that was just what we were hoping to see here this evening, a Mikey Moore goal after we saw him in the lineup. And he's onto it here, looking to thrill again. Another dazzling run from Mikey Moore, who this time gets Spurs a corner. Low delivery from Mikey Moore. Perhaps not the one he was looking for. Going to get another go here. And this one much better, and Spurs in a very good position. Robson winding one up. And the goalkeeper not taking any risks, pushes that one away around the post. Well, it was Russell Denny arriving to get on the end of this. Had a really good chance, was trying to flick it back in towards Williams, who was there. Ashcroft not too far away too. Now Russell Denny back up to take the corner, and Ashcroft pulling away to the back of the 6-yard box. Blackburn defender making a vital clearance away. Ball is whipped in behind, but Spurs have Ashcroft back there. And we have 3 minutes to go until the break. Well, it hasn't been the best of runs for the under-21s, and often we'll say at this level it's not about the results, it's about the development, but of course there is a confidence that comes with winning games. And it's also all part of development to learn how to be a winner. Spurs looking to get themselves back on track, end the season on a high. Well, there was definitely a world tonight where Mikey Moore could have lined up for the under-21s and approached this in a slightly half-hearted way, and that really hasn't been the case here this evening. He's charged about as if his life depends on it. I'm sure Wayne Burnett would have loved to have had Mikey Moore as a regular player for this group over the course of the campaign, but superb to see someone from the academy jump all the way from the 18s up to the first team. Score his first goal for the club as well. Casanova. Up into the air for McKnight, whose touch allowed Blackburn to get back onto it. Leo Black is scuttling, racing around, trying to get there. Reece Russell-Denny has robbed the ball here, and he's played into Jaden Williams, who gets the shot away. Very nicely done from Spurs number 9. And just before the break, it's 2. Well, this is a goal that owes so much to Reece Russell-Denny and Spurs' persistence in pressing and trying to steal the ball high up the field. And then it was lovely from the Spurs striker. Ball out from under his feet in a flash. And then into the corner it went from Jaden Williams. Really good Spurs goal. Tottenham Hotspur 2, Blackburn 0 on Spurs play. Certainly off to a very good start here. Spurs, there has been a lot to like. Well, you surely heard it, but a minimum of 3 minutes to be added at the end of this first half. Not heard so many orders from Wayne Burnett in this first half. Oh, bang on cue. You would imagine the happiest he's been for a while, though, with this group. Have played very well, looked very sure-footed. McKnight in midfield, wide to Robson, lovely flick, nice idea, Jai unable to get there. Spurs can keep the move alive, might be time for another attack before the break. Been a tough evening of work for the Blackburn fullback up against Mikey Moore, that is for sure. Blackburn looking for their chance to get one back before the break. Ashcroft with a vital interception, got there just in time and manages to get the ball away, and now off goes Damola Ajayi. driving run up into Blackburn's half. Might be the final move of the half as he finds Moore, looking for goal again. This time clips the heels of the Blackburn defender. And we get the whistle for the break. Well, he got us started in this first half with a lovely goal. And he was the star attraction as soon as we saw the lineups, and he's really lived up to the billing. A wonderful goal from Mikey Moore. And the second wasn't too far behind, and what a finish it was from Jaden Williams. We'll see the highlights in just a moment, but superbly found by Russell Denny. And that means at the break, after the 2 goals from Moore and from Williams, Spurs are leading at the Lamex by 2-0. Welcome back for the second half from the Lamex. Spurs under-21s into the final stretch for the season. Taking on Blackburn here this evening. And it's all going pretty well so far. 2 goals to the good. Thanks to Mikey Moore and Jaden Williams. It's on the whistle of Oliver Mackey, who looks as though he could be related to James Ward-Prowse, who will get us started here for the second half. And off we go. Spurs get us started then for this second half. We have seen this team over the course of the season allow leads to evaporate, and the challenge really is to try and dig in. Spurs do look a bit more robust in midfield this evening on account of having both Casanova and also Russell Denny in there. And here is Russell Denny on the ball. Overlapping run is arriving on the right-hand side. He's cut the other way. And we're back to a walking pace as Ajayi lifts one into Moore. Moore flicks one into Russell Denny. Wasn't too much to aim at in the middle. Mikey Moore twists away from traffic. And he gets the decision, and Spurs get the corner. Taken short by Spurs. And Russell Denny finds the angle to dig the cross in. It may drop. Well, it did drop, but it dropped to a Blackburn player. Now here is Casanova. Robson camped out on the right-hand side, so deep up inside Blackburn's half. There is a Spurs way, it runs all the way through every single team, 18s, 21s and the academy. And they've stolen possession again, and it's another really good chance for Russell Denny, looking for his first goal in a Spurs shirt. He's certainly had some chances here this evening. And he really fancied this one. Saw that angle up towards the top corner. Thumping effort, but it goes wide. Leo Black's got it here. Mikey was trying to race away, seemed to forget about the ball, but we will allow him that moment, given the start to the game that he's given Spurs here. See lots of Spurs fans saying that Mikey Moore should have played more this season. I think people do forget that he's only 17 years old. And by the end of the campaign, might have close to 20 appearances in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt, which would be, well, that would be a really good first season, you would have to say, in terms of his development. Here is Russell Denny. Ajayi was taking the defenders away. He's checked his run. He's got onto the ball here. And he finds Moore. And Ajayi gets it back. And he's seen the space on that left-hand side. Lovely touch by McKnight. Cross in is good. And there were two players for Spurs who were there waiting. And Williams had a really good opportunity to score another. Just about everything right in the delivery. Neither Spurs player here, Williams or Russell Denny, able to connect. Leo Black's interception, now Moore. Well, they were trying to connect again, Black and Moore, but they couldn't find a way through this time. Now Robson can burst. Did look as though he was fouled there, but the referees allowed the game to flow. Super interception by Rosewater. Gets Spurs out of a spot of bother there. Well, that would have been slightly controversial because it did look as though there was a foul in the build-up. Did look as though Spurs might be in a spot of trouble there, but they've managed to get the ball away. I would imagine that James Rosewell, who's on the ball here, won't get the full 90 because it's his first start in Premier League 2 this season, but the 18-year-old certainly hasn't looked out of place. I think there might be a fair few more minutes for him, given his performance here tonight, as Damola Ajayi goes down under a challenge. And Spurs get a free kick in a very good area. And there will be a yellow card too for the defender. Yellow card for Leeming for the foul on Ajayi. Now Russell Denny's already had a good go at a goal in this second half. You would imagine this would be more likely to be a delivery into the area. Might go full Pat Matasar. And he does deliver, and it's headed away. Casanova's touch will take the ball out of play for a goal kick. Well, a risky decision given the way that Spurs have been playing there from Blackburn to pass away from the back. Robson was nearly onto it. Ajayi, so too, with a similar idea. Blackburn get the ball over the top, and chasing is Strick. And Rosewell just covers the space. Sensible defending. Stopped the cross, couldn't stop the corner, which Blackburn will get here. Well, the corner taken short, and Spurs were, well, they were nearly caught out. Maguire was beaten, and it was cleared away on the line, and now the chance for a breakaway. Vital touch in there from Black, and Russell Denny looking for him with the pass, smashed away by Blackburn. And tidied up here by McKnight, who goes back to Maguire. Nice succession of passes for Spurs, finding its way out towards Maguire. Moore threads it through, and here is McKnight. And McKnight goes back to Mikey Moore, who just couldn't quite get the ball out from under his feet with enough power to trouble the goalkeeper. Lovely run, though, by the two of them along the left-hand side. McKnight into Moore, and Moore got it back. Have plenty waiting as well for a pass in the middle, but not this time for Spurs. Well, Damola Ajayi's pressure has got Blackburn in a spot of bother here. And certainly when we look back on the highlights of the season and the moments of the campaign, Damola Ajayi will feature in that highlights reel after his goal in the Europa League. And this week, not sure if you saw this, the Spurs youngsters making European history after 5 players under the age of 21 scored in a single season in Europe for Spurs. Lancashire Scarlet, Moore, Odobert and Ajayi as well. And interestingly, all of those players, in doing so, scoring their first goals for the club. Plenty to be excited about in terms of young talent for next season with all of those players, plus the likes of Donnelly and Devine and Phillips, Yamin Hyuk all coming back into the group. And this guy too, Mikey Moore, with a year under his belt, finding the pass here towards Russell Denny. Russell Denny bursts through and cuts back, and it's picked up by Jaden Williams, who was alive and waiting for it. And Jaden Williams goes tumbling to the ground, but he wasn't really looking for the penalty. There was no appeal in the direction of the referee. It's cleared away by Blackburn and out for a throw. Moore comes infield, having for the majority of the game been out here on the left-hand side. And he can't work his skills this time. It's Blackburn who get it back. Wood's touch. And they had runners as well, Blackburn, but Maguire saw them coming, got to the edge of the area. And the Spurs goalkeeper taking some control when it was needed. More on the burst. Too much pace. And he couldn't quite find Jaden Williams. But he has got Spurs another corner kick. Half an hour in the game to go. And it's a bit of a surprise to see Mikey still on the field, but pleasure to see him bursting and causing trouble for Blackburn at every given opportunity. Well, there's the corner. There's not the best of punches away. And Reece Russell Denny fires one goalwards. It's over the goal line. Final touch off of Jaden Williams, who pulls away to celebrate his second of the night. Well, there is the third goal that Spurs really needed in this game. The cushion that was required, the comfort blanket that Spurs needed here. Moore's corner. And it was really that punch from the goalkeeper that got Blackburn in a world of trouble. Could have been Russell Denny, but instead lurking, as every good striker should, Jaden Williams on hand to make it Spurs 3, Blackburn 0. Moore gives the ball away here to Diamini. Not seen too much from the Blackburn number 11 in the game. And we don't see too much of him here as Spurs get the ball away. This is where Russell Denny can be so effective. Bursting clear. Jaden Williams could have sent the pass through, but he will be forgiven there, given that he's on a hat-trick for thinking about making a move towards goal. And he's going to get a yellow card here. Too much enthusiasm and a late challenge as he tried to recover the ball. Yellow card, Jaden Williams. Casanova snapping in, making the challenge, making things really awkward in there for Blackburn every time they tried to break away. And by him playing as the number 6, it does mean that Russell Denny has got a bit more licence to push that bit further forward and play as the number 8. Nice blend in there for Spurs. Nice mixture. And Rosewell is onto the ball here, slotted in very nicely at the back tonight for this Tottenham Hotspur team. Might be the shape of things to come for next season, we shall see. And it's time for a change. And Mikey Moore makes way here. Looking in very good shape indeed, Mikey Moore. A lovely goal. Plenty of inspiration on that left-hand side, and it's Yusufa Kamrich who comes on in his place. And Doherty is the one to come on to replace Stritch for Blackburn.
And replacing 11, Nathan Lamini, is 14, Joe Boggan.
Joe Boggan also onto the field too for Blackburn. Change on both flanks for the away side. Well, without question tonight, Moore has added a bit to this Spurs team. A touch of class, but also a bit of inspiration that perhaps this group were lacking, and has felt over the course of the season that it's been a confidence issue more often than not, because there's plenty of quality in this team, but the results just haven't really been there over the course of the season. But hopefully his performance and his inclusion here just gives this team a bit of an edge that perhaps they have been missing, and hopefully they go on and keep on producing for the remainder of the season. Big 25 minutes coming up here as they try to continue in a similar vein to when Mikey was on the field. And we'll certainly be keeping an eye on those international games for England under-19 to see if Mikey Moore is involved. As the under-19s England team look to qualify for the European Championships in the summer. Big games coming up, Wales, Turkey, Portugal as well. Heavy touch from a Kamrich, who does really well to win it back. Rosewell with a pass into Maguire. Really risky from Spurs. They do get the ball away. Kamrich has won it back in midfield. Tenacious play from the Spurs substitute, and he's found Black. And just as Moore and Black on the left-hand side were dovetailing nicely, had a lovely partnership out there. Kamrich and Black continue in a similar way, and it's a quick free kick from Akanrich to find Black, who finds Russell Denny, and now Ajayi still on the left-hand side. Seen a bit of that from Spurs here this evening. The wingers swapping and staying over on one side or the other in order to create the overload, and this time it leads to a corner. Casanova with whip into the front post, and he was looking for Robson, who was trying to flip the ball on, but it's Blackburn who get there. Russell Denny fed through by Ajayi. There was a pullback, and it will be a yellow card for George Pratt. Lovely move. Well, Spurs players felt that they should have had a free kick somewhere in the mix of all of that, but the referee was of a different idea. Would be just a 5th win in the league for the season for Spurs if they were to win here. And they would still be behind Blackburn in the table by just a point, though. Ball is given away by Rosewell. Off goes Wood. And Woods, well, he tried his luck. And his luck was out. Maguire was there waiting, able to catch hold. Robson racing clear of the Blackburn players and then didn't really have an option. As a result, Blackburn gets it back, and there's a big hole in that Spurs midfield. Blackburn racing right through the middle. Ashcroft is there, tidy play from him, and very nearly turned into trouble, but he's managed to keep hold, whips that one away, and there is safety momentarily for Spurs. Here come Blackburn again. Well, not for the first time in the game. Leiderland, the Blackburn centre-back, in a forward position. Already shown that he's got attacking capabilities in this match. Tries to feed it through, can't do that. Spurs have it back. Ajayi twisting and looking for an option. And finding McKnight, who comes forward here from left back. Now Casanova. Spurs looking for goal number 4, and Jaden Williams is there to provide it, and it's a hat-trick goal for him. A brilliant night for Spurs number 9, who makes it Spurs 4, Blackburn 0. Well, again, the influence of Reece Russell-Denny sprinkled all over this goal as he stepped up to the edge of the penalty area, found his man, but Jaden Williams has been a proper striker, a fox in the box this evening. His 3rd of the night, and how sweet that must feel. And now Wayne Burnett will make a couple of changes. Iro about to come onto the field here.
For James Roswell, 16, Mason King.
And it will be the hat-trick boy who will make way here. Some night for Jaden Williams, 3 goals, Ollie Iro on in his place. And Rosewell will be replaced by Mason King, who you would imagine will slot right in to that left-back position. Well, they are effective, but they are disgusting, aren't they, those energy gels? But there is one there for Reece Russell-Denny. Bit of a perk up for the final 15 minutes or so of the game for him. Had a big hand in a couple of the goals tonight, and I think next season for this group he's going to have a big role to play. The Spurs number 8 tonight. Slotted in with ease, has brought so much to the table. And you have to start to think about those players who will be coming through from the 18s group. Nice mixture of those with the ones already in the 21s here for Spurs, and there's a very good group starting to form as Blackburn make another change. And it's Dunn who makes way for Mansbridge. Camrich delivers low, and Spurs get themselves a corner. Search is on for goal number 5. It has been the way for this Spurs group over the course of the season. Sprinkling of wins over the course of the campaign, but when they've arrived with big numbers. 5-2 against Arsenal, 6-1 win against Middlesbrough 2. This time the delivery is turned away by Blackburn, and a Camrich can get onto it here. Now Reece Russell-Denny, who will chip one into a really dangerous area. This time the punch from the goalkeeper had a bit more on it, and Blackburn have managed to get the ball away. Blackburn continue to allow this man here to have so much space, and he chips one in. And this time can't find a Spurs player in the middle. Blackburn can bring the ball away. 10 minutes to go in the game. And it looks as though Spurs are about to put to an end a run of 4 straight defeats in Premier League 2.
Substitution for Spurs, replacing 10, Leo Black. It's 15, Rio Kayamata.
Our Spurs to make another change. And Rio Kayamata is the one who is coming onto the field here. And Leo Black is the one who will make way. And it looks as though there's going to be a bit of a shuffle here for Spurs. Well, an instant impact perhaps to be made here by Rio Kayamata. Iro in a super position at the back of the area. And it was a vital stop in the end from the Blackburn defence. Blackburn have their chance, and they'll get another go here. And Maguire came and did just about enough there to put off the Blackburn attacker who was arriving. Bogan with a really good chance, but Maguire was there to put the pressure on. Here is Doherty, the Blackburn substitute. They're not giving up here, looking for a chance to make their mark. They will get a free kick. And it's one of those that's often spoken about as in a good area. Centrally placed, and enough room to go up and down from here and over the wall. Well, Aaron Maguire is across and making sure that he's got his angles set, but I think the Blackburn player here will certainly fancy his chances of at least getting around the wall. Aaron Maguire almost inviting him to go for that corner, and well, in the end, Edmonton straight into the wall, and the resulting shot dragged wide. No danger for Spurs. It was actually really clever from Maguire, because as the player was about to step up to hit it, the Spurs goalkeeper stepped over, making sure that that space that was there had been closed down ever so slightly. Been really impressed by Reece Russell-Denny here this evening, and he continues to impress, just managing the game here, knocking the ball around, keeping Spurs on it, working down the clock, 3 minutes to go. Here is Oliiro. Well, it looked as though that was about to be goal number 5, and what would have certainly been icing on the cake for Spurs. And he really wasn't far away. We've seen Oliiro show a natural eye for goal over the course of the season, and that was a whisker away. Well, Reece Russell-Denny just holding his stomach there doesn't look entirely comfortable. I'm sure he'll make it through to the final whistle, but I'm not sure he'll be doing too much in the way of running. Will be a bit of a break between now and the next fixture for the under-21s on account of the international break, so won't be playing again for a couple of weeks. Hopefully he will be okay, because he's been instrumental here this evening with his performance in midfield. Just about managed to stay on his feet, Demola Ajayi. And he gets a free kick inside the centre circle. A minute and a half of the game to go. Robson is the latest Spurs player to be fouled here. And Spurs will get another free kick. Surely someone fancies a go here. Well, instead the sensible option is taken. Spurs rolling the ball around, working down the clock, making sure that Blackburn don't get close. A comprehensive Spurs win. Wayne Burnett's side, quick on the break, aggressive in the press, and when it mattered most, really clinical in front of goal. A hat-trick tonight for Jaden Williams, a super strike for Mikey Moore, who looked really sharp. Hasn't been the easiest of seasons for this group, but tonight they showed that there is plenty of talent within this team. And they finish winners on the night by 4 goals to 0.